Shaun Haney here with Real Agriculture and Real Ag Radio, and we are broadcasting today from the Grow Canada Conference in Calgary, Alberta. And right now I'm with Janice Stein. She's the founding director of the Munk School of Global Affairs at the U of T.
Nice to be here.
Yeah, great to chat with you. So a lot of your presentation was about changes that are happening globally and how that impacts Canada. You talked about how we're rebordering the world currently. What do you mean by that?
By rebordering the world, I mean the new protectionism and tariffs that we're seeing everywhere. We just came through a very bad week where the United States slapped tariffs on Brazil and Argentina, slapped tariffs or threatened to slap tariffs on French wine. So protectionism is growing, and that, of course, is a kind of border. The second border that I talked about were digital borders as we all transition to a 5G system, part of which will be built by Huawei in big chunks of Asia, Africa, the Middle East, Latin America, part of which will be built by Western companies like Nokia and Ericsson. And what we think about as the global internet is no longer global already. It's the big chunks of it that are already walled off.
In your opinion, should Canada allow Huawei to operate in Canada?
I think I have absolutely no issue with Huawei selling smartphones into our markets. People should be free to buy whatever they wish. Huawei is talking about establishing a big research center in Canada. I think the one area of concern is the building of the 5G network. And why is that an issue of concern? Everything is going to run on that network. And even the best companies, when they're writing billions of lines of code, will make a mistake in one or two, and they will leave what we call an open back door where people can listen. I think the risks with Huawei are not the same as they are with Nokia and Ericsson.
Yeah. So as we look at this rebordering of the world, Canada is so export reliant.
Yes, it is. We live and die by our trade.
How do we function in that kind of trade environment that is, quite frankly, not very rules-based?
It's much less rules-based than it was. The global regulator for trade, the WTO, is in deep trouble. So I think there are two sets of answers. Firstly, trade is going to regionalize much more. And we've got a great start here in USMCA, but we're also a member of CETA and the Trans-Pacific Partnership. We need to take full advantage of those agreements. There are technical barriers, and we need to work hard to get those removed. Secondly, we need to make an extra concentrated effort on countries with young populations that are going to be big food consumers. And agribusiness product consumers like India, Pakistan, Egypt. And thirdly, we have to do something about our interprovincial trade barriers.
It's so silly.
It makes no sense whatsoever in the world in which we're living to have these interprovincial barriers. Just drives me nuts.
So how does Canada... Right now, we're kind of caught in the middle, right? China is trying to play off us with the U.S. We have the U.S. playing off us with China. Where do we fit here?
You know, we've always done this before. This is not new.
Yeah.
During the Cold War, we managed to have a relationship with Russia, to work with Russia in our Arctic, to cooperate on research and exploration. So we're quite good at this. We keep our heads down and we keep our relationships going. And so I think there's no question that Canada has to engage with eyes wide open with China. It is too important a market for everybody in the agricultural sector and in the manufacturing sector.
Yeah, it's frustrating because it's not a reliable market at this point.
No, it's not. But the United States is not a reliable market now. Right? Brazil and Argentina are not finding the United States a reliable market.
Yeah. Janice, thank you very much for joining us today.
It's a pleasure
Look forward to talking to you again sometime in the future.
Pleasure. Thank you.